All right. Welcome to our group coaching webinar. I'm super excited that you're here today because today's topic is one that I hear about constantly. Okay. Today we are talking about eating healthy on a budget without deprivation, guilt, or overwhelm. So, if you've ever felt like healthy food is too expensive, if you've ever walked out of the store spending more money than you plan to spend, if you ever thought, I can afford to eat healthy or I cannot afford to eat healthy, if you've ever chosen cheaper foods and felt discouraged afterwards, or if you felt torn between your budget and your health. If any of those above apply, this session is for you. So, my goal today is not to turn you into a coupon clipping expert. My goal is to show you how to eat well, consistently, even on a tight budget. Okay? So for those who might be a little bit new to these group coaching calls, if you're watching it back later, just want to let you know I am a certified health, nutrition, and fitness coach. I'm a weight loss specialist, a military veteran, and a nationally qualified bodybuilding competitor. But more importantly, I coach real women with real budgets and real lives. Okay? So one thing I believe, or a few things I believe, is that healthy eating should be accessible, right? Budget limits don't equal health limits. Just because your budget is tight doesn't mean you can't eat healthy. And also, strategy matters more than perfection. Okay, you don't need expensive food to eat healthy. You just need smart systems, and that's what today is about. All right, so we're gonna do a quick check-in. What feels hardest about eating healthy on a budget? What do you think feels hardest about eating healthy on a budget? And I'll put some examples in the chat just to kind of help you out if you want to look at those. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
So I just asked an icebreaker question. What feels hardest about eating healthy on a budget? And I put some examples in the chat so that you can review those and see if any of those apply or if you have something different. What feels hardest about eating healthy on a budget? And just remember, there's no judgment, just honesty.
For me, based on the examples that you gave, I would say family purposes.
Family preferences. That's real. That's real.
Let's see. The cost and food going bad too fast if
Okay.
you buy too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, for me, when I buy produce, I only buy the produce that I plan to cook at that time because produce does go bad fast. Um, Meats you can freeze and store, but produce I only buy what I need at that time because unless I'm able to get the frozen version of it because it'll last a bit longer. But other than that, like if I'm planning to cook zucchini, I'm not gonna buy a whole bunch of. I did that one time, a long time ago when I was just learning, and I was like, girl, you ain't even touched because you cooked this and you. So I only buy what I need for whatever I'm cooking at that moment, and that saves me time. And it saves me time and it saves me from wasting food because I don't like wasting food. Okay,
hmm
so thank you guys for sharing that. I just want to let you know that you are not alone. Most of these challenges are solvable with the right approach. So, before we dive in, let's reset a few expectations. The first thing I want to let you know is you don't need specialty foods. You don't need organic everything. You don't need to shop at expensive stores. And you don't need perfect, and I put that in air quotes because, really, you don't need perfect meals. What we're aiming for is nutrient dense foods within your real budget. Okay? So remember, if your plan doesn't fit your finances, it's not going to last. And that's not failure, it's just feedback. It's just letting you know that you need to learn how to make your plan work for your finances. And that's what we're here for, right? So let's talk about the real issue. Most women don't overspend because they're careless. They overspend because they either shop without a plan, shop without a list, they fall for marketing schemes, they rely on convenience foods, and they think that healthy equals expensive. When honestly, it's the total opposite. Eating unhealthy is more expensive because you got to buy more of it to be full, to get full, and it doesn't last very long. It doesn't really serve health benefits for you. And yeah, it's not feasible financially. Because if you cook at home and if you eat at home, compare to how long your meals last at home versus how much it costs to buy a one-time meal at a fast food joint that you're gonna eat that one time and spend by $8, $9, $10 for, and then it's not even really serving you and it's not lasting. Does that make sense? So today we're going to be replacing those myths with strategy. So here are the biggest budget myths. And I want to clear these up right now. Myth number 1. Healthy food is always expensive. Truth? Y'all want the truth? Simple foods are often the cheapest. Here is myth number 2. You need fresh, organic everything. Y'all want to hear the truth? The truth is frozen and canned foods can be just as nutritious. And guess what? They're cost effective. Okay? And we've already talked about rinsing vegetables in the cans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how you can reduce the sodium, and canned goods last way longer. Why do you think when we have storms coming up or we need to plan for things, what do we typically go for? Canned goods, right? Because when
Mm-hmm.
your power goes out, you need something that's going to last, right? Why you think you buy bottles of water? If you need to rinse out that can, you can pour the bottle of water in there, but we probably won't because we want to drink it. But either way, canned goods can be just as nutritious if you buy the right ones and if you rinse them to get rid of the excess sodium that is used to preserve them. And don't buy things like potted meat and Spam and Vienna sausages. That's the stuff I grew up on because we didn't have much money, but my mom also didn't know any better, so she bought what she could afford, and she liked it. I hated it. It was disgusting. It's still disgusting, and it's full of sodium, and it's horrible for you. So when you buy canned foods, don't get those things. Get the things that's going to benefit your health. Y'all want to hear myth number 3? Cheap food cannot be healthy. Y'all want to know the truth? Planning saves more money than any coupon. Y'all heard me? Planning saves more money than any coupon. Something I do each and every time before I get paid. Miss Kathy knows because she's also a military veteran that we get our checks once a month, right? So being that you get your check once a month, you had a budget for that. Depending on, no matter how much you get, you got a budget for that. Right? So with that, I make sure that I have my shopping list. Anytime I run out of something, I add it to my shopping list right then and there. Some people have shopping lists on their refrigerator that they can write things on. That's what I used to do. Now I have a smart fridge, so I added to that. And also, I used to put it in my notes. Anytime I run out of something, my notes in my phone, I generate a shopping list. And I just leave it there. If I'm running low on something, because I don't like running out of something and not having a backup. I literally have two of everything. So if I had two ketchups and I'm using one ketchup and I have one ketchup left, I don't put it in a shopping list because I have a backup ketchup. But when I open that last ketchup, I'm adding it to my shopping list so that when that one runs out, I have another one. But I always put what I run out of or what I'm close to running out of on my shopping list. That way, when I get paid or when I get my income, I go through and I get the things that are on my list. That's another reason why I like shopping online, because oftentimes we can go to the store and we can just, our headlights just go crazy and we're not even looking at the list no more. We're getting everything in sight, especially if we go when we're hungry. So I like shopping with my list because then I am more inclined to purchase only the things on my list and I'm not distracted by everything else in the store that it's not on my list.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I shop online. I pay for convenience. I don't care. Bring it to my house. I don't want to go to the store. And if you don't have transportation, it's even better. Shop online. Amazon has a grocery store.
Either
Use
way, you're
it.
gonna pay for it.
Huh?
Either way, you're gonna pay for it.
Either
Whether
way,
you
you're going to
shop
pay for it.
online or you go to the store, because I I have shopped online before, but I like to see my food because I don't trust people to choose the best things for me.
As far as
So
like produce and stuff.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I like to see my food. So I pay for my transportation to go to the store. It comes out about the same, maybe a little bit more than paying for somebody to bring it to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
either
whatever your
way,
preference is, yeah, you're gonna pay for it either way. Whether
hmm
you call somebody to pick you up or whether you do it online. I don't like to go online and I just pray to God that they pick the right thing. And if they don't, I know how to send it back and be like, give me another one because that ain't it. And if
Mm.
I happen to be out and about, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm out and about. Let me run and get this. But to make a special trip to the store, that's not happening. Not happening. If I'm already out and I'm like, you know what? I'm by this store. Let me go ahead and get this produce that's on my list. That way I can pick it. But thankfully, I have a husband that likes to go to the store, so he can get the produce stuff. But anything that's not produce, trust and believe I'm
I
ordering it.
just see that this.
Yep, he get that from his mama, and I appreciate that. I didn't get that from my mama because my mom likes to go to a bunch of stores. I don't.
Mhm.
That's not my testimony.
Yeah.
That's not my story. I don't like going to the
Well, and
store.
another reason that I go is because I'm tired, and that's activity for you. Get out and go get whether it is as a pro. Now, there are advantages when you're working, and late. That's or you're sick and some, you know.
Mhm.
If you got those situations, it's good, to be able to
Mhm.
order it online and have somebody bring it to you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
Uh, I
Maybe
just
if
I
I ain't
just
have
see
nothing to do with
too
myself, I would look forward to it.
right.
But that's
It's too many people that sit down on the sofa and tell somebody to bring it to them, like the remote, and
yeah.
they got have all this gear on them that can't get it on now, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah. So,
yeah,
everybody has their preferences and that's fine, but
yeah,
either way, you should be getting your food from the store and cooking it, even if you're not the best cook, and keeping it simple because you're saving money by doing so, right? Not saying you shouldn't ever go out. I'm not
right.
I'm not
You're right.
suggesting
Mm-hmm.
that, but majority of your food you can make at home. I went in
Mm-hmm.
Sam's one day and there was this guy who was shopping, and he was saying, talking to my husband, talking about how much weight he lost, and he was like, "Man, I lost all this weight just from eating at home," and he was buying stuff in the freezer, but from the store, like frozen pizzas, frozen like he some things was like the chicken breast that you can just throw in the oven, that's already seasoned, um, like the stuffed beef things. But he was buying it from the store. He said he used to go out and get those things and he picked up all that weight, but he learned that eating at home, even though it's the same type of foods and changing up some things, he was able to lose weight. So it just is proven that eating
All
at
right.
home is better for you. So let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
some budget
All right.
friendly protein. All right. Budget friendly
Mm-hmm.
protein. I think I told Isaiah a little bit about this before. But protein is usually the most expensive part of meals when we shop because meat can be pricey, especially depending on what kind of meat you get, the cut of the meat that you get. So you have to shop smart. So here are a few budget friendly options. You have eggs, canned tuna or salmon, frozen chicken, ground turkey, beans and lentils, Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese. Listen, when I tell you I have discovered the best grilled cheese sandwich with some cottage cheese, I done made some for Zach a few times. He was like, Mom, you gotta make that again. And thinking about cottage cheese, and I used to be that person like, ew, cottage cheese. Listen, you put that bad baby on your favorite type of bread. Y'all know I love Dave Killers. Or wrap, whatever it is. Put your egg in there. Add your bacon or whatever. Fold that thing together. Spray some of that I can't believe it's not butter. Mama Francis know all about it. Spray some of that I can't believe it's not butter. Put some olive oil in a pan and grill that bad baby. And then they have this um what is it? Everything bagel seasoning that I sprinkle on top of the cream. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you high protein. So what you should always remember is that your meals should be built around protein first, then you add your carbs and fats. So Isaiah, how did you build your protein first this morning with what you ate this afternoon with what you ate?
Um, so with what I ate, it was the yogurt and the Greek yogurt. And I used that to dip my apple in.
Period. See how simple that was? Not expensive, not pricey, not a whole lot of food. Sprinkle some cinnamon on there, and there you go. The snack was built around protein. He had his apple, and he dipped it with the apple. I mean, he had his protein yogurt, and he dipped the apple in it, and that's what he had. So let me ask this engaging question: which protein do you find yourself buying the most often?
Meat,
Which kind of meat?
chicken.
Chicken. And I know that can be pricey. What about you, Mama Francis? What protein do you find yourself buying the most?
I think I try to do fish, tilapia,
Fish.
salmon. I do chicken too, but I guess that's number two. When I'm tired of chicken, I go to fish. But
Right.
I don't know. I
Right.
still probably eat more chicken though, I think. But I try to include a lot more fish,
Yeah.
tilapia, salmon.
And those can definitely get pricey.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you all be
Tuna.
opposed to every once in a while switching it up and getting like, do you buy your chicken fresh, Miss Kathy? Or
When
do
you
you
mean
buy it
fresh.
frozen? The fresh chicken that's like sitting out wrapped with all the produce, or do you get it frozen?
No, I get the fresh.
Okay. And do you get your fish fresh or frozen?
Fresh.
Okay. So if that's too pricey for you, not saying that it is, but if it is, you do have other options. You can do canned salmon, you can do canned tuna, canned chicken. You can make chicken salad with it. Excuse me, you can use Greek yogurt as the base, season it up all nice and pretty. They have this ranch seasoning, Nature Valley ranch seasoning you can put in the Greek yogurt. Add your chicken and your mustard and your relish, whatever you want to do. Make it a chicken salad. You can make a sandwich of it. You can make a salad of it. It's many different ways you could do that, if that's something that you would like. With frozen, canned, and store brands, these are your secret weapons. So foods that people tend to unfairly judge is frozen produce. But the thing about, I love frozen produce personally, because it's packed. Like when they pack it, it's packed at peak freshness. Whereas the fresh ones, it's either too ripe or not ripe enough. You know what I'm saying? When you get it, it also
Not sweet.
And not sweet, right? So you have also less waste, and it's often cheaper, right? So also canned foods, they had, like we just talked about before, long shelf life. It's budget friendly, and you can rinse the can to reduce the sodium. And store brands, same nutrition, lower costs, and fewer marketing markups. And one thing I can tell you about a lot of store brands is it's the same exact thing. The same exact thing. They just switch the label. And we be over here judging. Talk about, ooh, they got all these store brands. I buy Publix brand all the time. Listen, it's the same thing. A lot of the times it is the same thing, just they switch the branding. And you get it for a lesser price. A lot of them are packaged in the same warehouses, and they just switch the labels. So if budget is a thing, buy the store brand. If budget is a thing, buy frozen produce. It is going to last you longer. And buy canned goods. Definitely going to last you longer. And rinse them before you cook them. So here's the rule of thumb. Nutrition does not care about brand names. Right? Your nutrition don't care about that. Nobody cares. So, another thing I want to tell you is that I don't know if you guys have used Pinterest or ever heard of it, but you don't need Pinterest meals or social media meals to feel like you're eating healthy. You just need repeatable formulas. Personally, I'm a creature of habit, and the military just kind of added to it. But I've always been a creature of habit. Once I find something that works and that is easy to do, because I am a stickler on working smart, not hard. Okay? So, if something I'm doing is working, I'm just going to recycle it. Like, I literally eat the same breakfast every day. And if by chance I'm in a hurry, like this morning, I didn't have time to make my oatmeal, because I always have oatmeal and eggs for breakfast. I didn't have time to make my oatmeal, so my eggs were already made. I just made a sandwich of it with my cottage cheese, and it was good. And I was able to wrap it up and grab it and go. And I still got my protein and my carbs and my fats. Right? So here's a budget meal formula. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Protein, a fiber-rich carb, a healthy fat, and a flavor booster. Here's an example. Rice, beans, chicken, salsa. So the protein is chicken. The fiber-rich carb is the beans mixed with the rice. And the healthy fat is what you cook it in, and the flavor booster is the salsa. So I'm gonna give you the next example, and you tell me which order it goes in. I'm gonna put these in the chat so you know exactly what um what you should be choosing from. Hold on. Do 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 do. Oops. All right. So, of those four things in the chat, I'm gonna list the next meal example: eggs, frozen veggies, and toast. So, Miss Kathy, tell me which food falls under which of those four things: the eggs, frozen veggies, and toast.
Eggs falls under protein.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen veggies, fiber rich carb, and maybe a little fat.
Mm-hmm. Because
Um,
you might cook it in oil.
what was the other one?
Toast.
Toast.
That's another fiber rich carb.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. I would have put that more under healthy fat or flavor booster.
What, the toast?
Yeah.
No, the toast isn't a healthy fat. The toast is also fiber rich carb. If you're getting wheat or um, whole grain bread, that would be the fiber rich carb as well. Now, your flavor booster would be what you season your frozen veggies with, which is not listed on that particular meal.
Mm-hmm.
So, the eggs is the protein, the frozen veggies is a fiber rich carb, but it's a very light carb. And then you have your complex carb, which is the toast, which is also a fiber rich carb. Make sense? All right, so the next one: oats, peanut butter, and fruit. Isaiah, I'm going to let you do that one. Oats, peanut butter, and fruit.
So the oats is the carbs.
Mm-hmm.
The peanut butter is the so it's got the protein and the fat.
Mm-hmm.
And
And fruit.
then
Mm-hmm.
what was the other one?
Fruit.
Oh, the fruit is the high fiber rich carb.
Yep. Good job. And Mama Francis, yogurt, berries, and seeds.
Dairy and yogurt. That's going to be, and if it's Greek yogurt, protein,
Mm-hmm.
berries. Okay, that will be mm, uh, I don't know if uh, I use fruit and seed, healthy fat from my nuts
Well, the
and
seeds is actually the fiber rich carb.
garbage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you got the yogurt, the yogurt is the protein, the berries is the fiber rich carb because berries is a carb and it's full of
Mm-hmm.
fiber, and then seeds is the healthy fat. A way to boost that as far as flavor could be cinnamon, um,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little agave if it's plain Greek yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the oats, the peanut butter, and the fruit. You can do some cinnamon for that, and whatever your sweetener of choice is, honey, agave, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just know that consistency beats creativity when money is tight.
All
And
right.
y'all don't know how much I love salsa on my eggs. So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So here is how you grocery shop within a budget plan. Protect your wallet before you enter the store. Make sure you always have a list. Know what you're going to purchase when you go to the store. Don't just go in there blindly. Plan three
Mm-hmm.
to four core meals. Buy multi purpose ingredients, ingredients that you can use for everything.
Mm.
Limit the impulse snack aisles. And don't go to the store hungry. I say this all the time. Do not go to the store hungry. You are setting yourself up for success. I mean, for failure if you go to the store hungry. Because most budgets break at the snack and convenience food level.
Mm.
You need to shop your core stuff first. And if you got some money left over and you want to get yourself a little snack, okay, but that shouldn't be the first thing you run and get. Is this help? Type 1 in the chat is if this is helping y'all.
Mm.
Type 2 if it's not. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now we're going to talk about eating healthy without feeling deprived. Does anybody experience feeling deprived while eating healthy?
Yes.
Yes. Anybody else? All right. So, a budget doesn't mean, or eating on a budget doesn't mean it has to be joyless. Make sure you include foods that you enjoy. Allow room for treats. Keeping in mind that there needs to be self-control. And keeping in mind what your goals are. Because best believe I have been an athletic person for years, and I have been a health professional for over 10 years. I started my health coaching journey in 2014. It is 2026. It's a long time, right? And with that, I still look rather fit, yes? But do I enjoy myself? Mama Francis, you know more than anybody. Isaiah, you know more than anybody. Do I enjoy myself?
Mhm.
Do y'all see me? Do y'all see me eat boring all the
Not
time?
at all. Not at all.
You can be honest. Do you see me eat boring?
No, no.
Quick story
No, you
time.
don't.
Quick story time.
Mhm.
I had a previous client one time. We had an event and I taught a dance fitness class. You know, I used to love my dance fitness classes, right? And I taught a dance fitness class, and afterward, I was so hungry. And at the time, I wasn't doing any meat. And I was so hungry, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me a sub. So I went to Charlie's, and I got me a veggie Philly cheesesteak, but it was just with veggies, right? And I was tearing that sub up. Ooh, it was so good. And I can't remember if I got fries or not. I don't think I got fries because usually a sub is filling for me by itself. And one of my previous clients looked at me and she was looking at me like, and I was like, what? I'm tearing up the sub. I'm like, what? Why are you looking at me like that? She's like, I don't know how I feel about watching you eat that right now. And I was like, what do you mean? Why? She's like, because you're just so healthy. I just didn't think you ate like that or ate stuff like that. And I'm like, see, that's the misconception. Because a lot of times, people will see a fit person eat healthy and think that we eat that way all the time. That is not the truth, because if I ate like that all the time, I wouldn't look like this. But I do enjoy myself from time to time. I always tell you guys to exercise the 80-20 rule. Your meal should be 80% the right thing, and you can enjoy yourself the other 20%. But if you are eating the majority of the things you should not be eating, and then every once in a while, oh, I had a salad, knowing good and dang on well you poured a whole bunch of ranch dressing on that salad with a bunch of cheese and a bunch of all of that stuff, you might as well have went
Yeah,
and got a cheeseburger and fries. Because at that
yeah.
point, the calories in that salad is more than that cheeseburger and fries.
I sure, some of them sure do. I tell
Yes.
you, I look at the dressings and I'm like, I might as well get a steak. I'm trying to get a salad and
Right. That's why I don't eat
yeah.
salads like that. The only time I will eat a
Mhm.
salad is if I go out for an event and it's late at night and I don't want anything heavy on my stomach, and I'll eat a salad, but I want a hefty piece of protein on that salad, whether it's a steak or some salmon.
Mhm. Mm.
But that'll be the only reason I eat a salad is it the time of day that I'm eating. But other than that,
Mm.
I'm not wasting my calories on no salad when I can eat some food and feel like I ate something and actually get the nutrients that I need. So
Mm.
oftentimes we are eating majority of the wrong thing and think we fooling somebody.
Mm.
And then you want to tell me all the good stuff you eat, knowing good and dang on well that good stuff is only makes 20% of your meals. So you have to learn how to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about impressing me and nobody else. It's about being real with yourself. You don't have your meals don't need to be joyless. Eat the foods you enjoy, but keep it in moderation. If you don't have self-control with certain things, don't buy it.
Mm.
Wait until you have an event like me. I used to bake cakes. I don't bake them no more. I wait till either Crystal makes it or I have an event and I want to have a slice. I'm not baking no cake. I don't need that type of sweets in my house. Because me, I don't like wasting food. And I'm be like, so y'all not gonna eat this? So y'all just gonna I'm not doing that to myself. And I'm not like a super sweets type of person. I'm more of a savory person. But it's just certain things I don't keep in my house. Because I
Mm.
don't need that easy access to those things.
Mm.
A lot of times people eat out of boredom. They go in their pantry, they know they're not hungry, but they bored and I'm watching a show and I just need to chew and chomp on something. My mouth gotta be moving. Your mouth don't gotta be moving. Get some water, get some tea. But a lot of times people eat out of boredom. And you shouldn't eat out of keep things in your house if you know you have a habit of eating out of boredom. Because I'm pretty sure if you bored, the first thing you're not going to in your fridge is some berries, right? If you
Mm.
bored, you ain't looking for no berries. You looking for some
Mm.
salty snacks, some sweet something. Am I lying?
Mm.
Oh,
Right.
oh. So make sure you include foods you enjoy, allow room for treats,
Mm.
and just know that balance is not restriction. A lot of people get on this journey. You don't know how many people I have had consultations with that want to give me a laundry list of things that they ain't gonna eat and a list of things that they want to continue to eat. I'm like, first of all, how you come to a consultation telling me what you are and aren't gonna do? Is what you are and aren't gonna do, is that why you reached out to me? Because if you reached out to me, that means you know that something you're eating is not benefiting you. And the first thing I tell them is we're not removing the things that you like. We are just strategically eating the way you're supposed to eat. Because I'm pretty sure portions have something to do with it. And how often you're eating certain things. So once they hear that, they're like, oh, so I don't have to stop eating rice? Who told you that? No,
Mm.
you don't have to stop eating rice. Because in my culture, we eat rice as well. So at the end of the day, it's not about removing things, it's about balance. It's not about restricting your palate. It's about learning how to make things better. And also, affordable doesn't mean boring. So ask yourself this: what can I add to this meal to make it more filling and satisfying? So I'm going to give you an example. My plate currently consists of a baked potato and some veggies, some asparagus. What can I add to this meal to make it more filling and satisfying?
Steak.
Steak. Okay.
But what's on the plate again? You got some
A baked potato and some asparagus.
asparagus. Okay. You need a protein, um, and it can be something you enjoy. I mean, an
Mm-hmm.
enjoyable protein. I like salmon.
Same
I
here.
like uh, baked chicken. I like, you know.
Right. There you go. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another meal example. I have a bowl of grits. What can I add to that meal to make it more filling and satisfying?
Eggs.
Eggs. What you laughing at?
I started to say cheese, but I
Yeah.
thought about cheese grits.
You can add some cheddar to the grits. Yeah. You can add cheddar to the grits.
Mm.
But remember,
But it's a,
adding the
a lot of
cheddar is a
fat there.
fat source, so you still need a
Yeah,
protein source.
yeah.
So you got to add something else. So yes, I added my cheddar. So what else do I need to make it filling and satisfying?
Mm.
Most people will add
Tur-
eggs to something like that, or
Yeah,
eggs and bacon, or
Tur-
eggs and sausage
turkey
because
bacon.
hmm
Some,
Sausage works too.
sausage, yeah, right. So
mhm.
just anytime you eat something, you need to ask yourself, what can I do to add more filling to this meal? Because a lot of times people don't eat enough carbs because they feel like carbs are the devil. Yeah,
Mm,
cakes and cookies and pies, but
mm.
potatoes, rice, and beans are not.
That's you need that for that's what holds me. I have to have, especially my uh, dinner hour, so that I'm not
Mm-hmm.
doing a lot of snacking. I have
Right.
to have at least a baked potato or some rice to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
And and it also gives you energy. Not
Mm,
having enough carbs will be the reason why you don't have enough energy. Not having enough
mm,
healthy fats will be the reason why your hormones are out of whack and also why you don't have enough energy and your brain foggy and all that stuff. Right?
mm. Right.
So
Hmm.
the mindset of thinking, what can I do or add to make my meal more filling and satisfying, is the mindset that saves money and supports consistency. Because when you're eating enough of the right things, you won't have an appetite for a whole bunch of the wrong things. Right?
Right. Definitely.
Right.
Mm.
So let's open up real quick. What food feels the most expensive right now?
Meats.
Meats. Okay. Anybody else?
I think meat is, but I'm fine. I eat less. Well, I eat less meat now. I don't have to buy a lot of meat because I'm, mostly just preparing for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Isn't
pick
that
up.
the
I don't
best?
buy as much meat now.
Yeah, isn't that the best when you only have yourself to worry about? The best. So, what budget tip surprised you today?
Mhm.
None of it. So y'all was aware of all of the nuggets I gave today.
Yeah,
I know that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hmm.
Good stuff. That
yeah.
mean I'm doing
Well,
good.
I like that tip about, you eat 80% of what's right, but then, enjoy at least 20% of it. Make sure something that you enjoy.
Yeah, you
Uh,
only live
so,
once, but don't go crazy. Like don't overstuff yourself with the wrong things.
right. Uh-huh.
Don't focus like my 80/20 is eating like an angel Monday through Friday. Like my kids already know. Zach will forget sometimes and be like, "Mom, you want some of my?" Oh wait, it's during the week because I eat like an angel Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I give
Mm,
myself room to have something I enjoy. So I
mm,
still eat relatively healthy on the weekend, but I do reserve some space to enjoy myself.
right. Yeah.
Sure do,
Mm,
and you should too. And track it still. If you go over your numbers, at least you know how far over your numbers you went with a particular meal. I track my fun foods. I know I'm going over, but it lets me know like, okay, I went over, but I did good during the week, and I'm not like 1,000 calories over. I'm only if you're within 100 to 200 calories over budget, you're not killing yourself. It's when you go 300 and above where you kind of like, okay, I need to reel it in a little bit. I probably had too many cheats. Probably had like 3 cheat meals instead of one. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you have those raggedy days when it look like, you're on the run and you're grabbing it. And sometimes you think you're grabbing something that's okay, but then when you finally record it and add it up, it's like, oh my God, did I do
Yep.
that? You know.
And it
But
happens to
what
the
I
best
try
of
to
us.
do, the next day is I cut back. I say, well, to balance it off, I'll limit myself. I make sure I'm very good. Try
Right.
to be good so it'll offset the bad day.
Right. And that's what you should do. You should jump right back on track when you have one of those crazy days. We all have those crazy days, even me. We all have them. No one is exempt. But the key is the next day, drink your water, hydrate, flush that stuff out. Get right back on eating how you get back on
Right.
your routine.
Mhm. That's
That's
what I'm
it.
trying to remember too, to keep myself hydrated. If I do bad, at least try to drink a lot of water and flush it
Mhm.
out.
Mhm.
Mm.
Everybody should have one of these. If you don't, you're wrong. And as I'm
Mhm.
just gonna leave it right there. I ain't saying nothing else. I said it and I meant it. If you don't have one, you're wrong. You should not be leaving the house without something to drink. And that keeps your water cold. I leave it in my car. I do not leave the house without it. You should not be leaving the house. And relying on plastic water bottles is the devil. I know that's right, Miss Kathy. Show me you got one. Period. Period. Relying on plastic bottles is not gonna do it for you because you're gonna run out and then what? You gonna lug around 50 water bottles? No.
Oh.
And anytime I go on a trip, if I can't keep what's in it, I will pour it out and refill it wherever I got to go. But best believe you gonna see me walking around with this. Mama Francis know. Isaiah, y'all
Mm,
know. I don't play.
mhm,
Take it everywhere. And if I
mm.
don't bring it in the restaurant, best believe it's in the car. Because when I leave the restaurant, I need to drink on the way home. So, again, I'm going to say it. If you don't have one of these, you are wrong. So,
Mm.
also, last question. What's one swap you think that you could make this week based on the tips I provided with the budget?
No.
I would say
Well,
um
mhm.
focusing more on the 80/20 aspect.
And not wait until 1 o'clock to eat breakfast.
Not you
Yeah.
snitching on me.
Mm, you know how I do.
Mm.
Yes, man.
Mhm.
Anybody else?
I think, I always go back to planning. Planning is just a big thing, to make sure that I have to make sure I have certain things. Like you mentioned, salty things. I enjoy chips, but I have to stay away from regular chips. So, I buy those Quest protein chips, which are expensive.
Well, you don't have to buy the Quest. You know what else is not bad? Because I love chips too. Cape
Mhm,
Cod. If you were to scan it with the Yuka app, guess what? It's a good grade. It's in the green. The Cape
mhm,
Cod brand, the Kettle brand. So anytime it's that time of the month for me and I need a salty something, and that's
mhm,
exactly what I go to. And Publix always have them on BOGO.
mhm,
And they don't cost nearly as much as those Quest chips. And you get more in the bag. You
mhm.
might not.
Okay,
Now
I'll
you
check
can
them out.
continue to get the Quest chips. I'm not saying you
Mhm,
shouldn't get those anymore, but I promise you, I think I scanned the Quest chips, and they are more of a marketing uh
You're
scam than
paying more
anything.
for the marketing, huh? Mhm.
I don't think
Yeah.
those are in the green when I scanned them. I'll
Okay.
I'll try it again when I go to the store, but I haven't bought them in a while because I think when I scanned them, the grade wasn't
Mhm,
what you know what I'm saying. But
mhm,
um, I'm a savory person, and whenever it's that time of month, though, that's what I end up wanting is some Cape Cods or kettle brand kettle chip. I don't like regular potato chips; they too salty and they too thin. I want some crunch. And when I
Another
stay,
way to
Popcorn
another
is
popcorn, come on, Miss Kathy,
no
tell
pop
us.
popped corners.
Popcorners are good too.
Mm.
Yep.
mm,
And skinny pop if you like popcorn. Rice cakes, don't laugh at me, but I love my rice cakes. Snap some peanut butter on there. Listen, you can make the stuff enjoyable. I will get a rice cake in a minute. If I'm going somewhere and I'm gonna be there for a while, I'm gonna bring a whole thing of rice cakes. I'm gonna bring a jar of peanut butter and I'm gonna bring me some protein shakes. I will not be caught slipping and I will not be hungry. Like literally in the entertainment, um, local entertainment industry, everybody knows me for bringing snacks. I always have snacks. Cause who finna be hungry? Not me. Cause I'm
not
not. I'm
us.
not. I'm already pretty reserved when I'm around a lot of people, but I'm extra quiet when I'm hungry. Like don't. I need some food, and I don't like that feeling of being hungry and I don't have access to no food. Because guess what we do when we do that? We get the wrong thing. We start spending money we don't have. Cause you
Hmm.
know how many times I heard people say I'm broke, but then the next thing I know they done stopped in the Chick-fil-A and things and buying food. I thought you was broke. Why are you buying Chick-fil-A if you broke? Because you hungry and you didn't prepare properly. Hunger trumps money when you hungry. When you hungry, you are thinking about no budget. You want to fulfill that hunger pain. Am I lying?
Yeah.
That's true.
Right. Right. So it's gonna behoove you to be prepared. There are gonna be some days where you have hiccups, but your hiccup days should not outweigh your planned days. It just should not. If you want to maintain where you are, or if you are trying to lose weight, or whatever your goal is, if that's what you're trying to do, your actions need to line up with whatever that goal is. The
Yep.
excuses have got to go. Either you want it or you don't. If you don't want it, stop saying you want it. If you want it, act
Mm,
like you want it. Stop making
yep.
excuses. But you will have hiccups because we're human. Life happens, and it's okay when life happens. But you also need to be intentional about the steps that you are taking towards reaching your goals, whether it's losing, gaining, or maintaining. We all know what our personal goals are. Even me as a coach, I know how to eat healthy, but I still track my food. You know why? Because I want to make sure that I don't go off track. I'm very capable of just knowing how to eat what I need to eat and being good because I've been doing it for so long. But because I like to be able to measure what I'm doing, I still do that. And so, but you have to do what works for you as well. Some people, when they track, it causes stress. Some people, when they track, it gives them education. And some people get frustrated if their numbers don't line up. But at the end of the day, just make sure that whatever you are putting in your mouth, that it is going to be beneficial to you. Unless you say it's party time. Like this is my birthday week, y'all. So you know I'm going to enjoy myself. But then I'm going to make sure that I get back on track because I'm not trying to derail everything I work hard to build. And that's the mindset you should have. Do I
Mhm.
want to get better? Do I want to get worse? Or do I want to stay here?
Yeah. Hmm.
Right? So, as always, we have homework. So, here's your healthy eating homework on the budget. As you know, it will be posted in the group support. Try to have it done by Friday, if you can, before we post new homework. And I also posted there for people who have to watch the replay back. That's a way for me to know that you watched it, right? So the healthy homework eating on a budget is this. One, plan 3 budget-friendly meals using foods that you already buy. No guesswork included. Foods that you already buy, foods that's already in your pantry, in your freezer, in your fridge. Plan 3 budget-friendly meals using the foods that you already have or already buy. Number 2, choose one store brand swap. And don't feel guilty about it. Because remember what I said? A lot of the times it's the same thing.
One store brand what?
Swap. One store brand swap.
Swap.
And number 3, build a meal using frozen or canned ingredients. My favorite go-to canned ingredient is kidney beans because I like the kidney beans and rice. And I just rinse them off, add me a little nature seasoning because it's a mixture blend of seasonings, and voila. Because soaking beans sometimes can be time consuming, and if I'm busy, I might not have time, and then dry beans are inexpensive as well, but it can also be time consuming to prep them if you've ever cooked dry beans before. Then dry beans makes a big amount, a big old pot. And I don't need a big old pot. It's just me, my husband, and my youngest son living here, and they don't eat beans like I do, and I'm not finna eat a whole crock pot full of beans by myself. Excuse me, y'all. So that was the first 3, and the last one is to finish the sentence. One budget-friendly habit I'm committing to is... I got hiccups. I'm too old for hiccups. What is this? One budget-friendly habit that I'm committing to is blank. And then share your swap or meal in the group for accountability. And you might help someone else. Somebody else might be like, oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. Let me try that.
Budget friendly swap.
Yeah. The budget-friendly swap is the store brand swap. Like if you bought a regular brand of something and you decided to go with Publix brand or Walmart Great Value brand or wherever you shop at.
Mm.
And that meal swap is optional. If you prefer to get the regular brand, that's fine, but then you can share a meal. So you either share a meal or you share a healthy swap. Or a store brand swap, I'm sorry. All right, so how did y'all like this? Was this helpful today? It was awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to leave you all with this. Eating healthy is not about how much you spend. Your budget does not define your worth or your health, and progress happens within real life constraints. So making smart choices build confidence, and confidence builds consistency. Because wouldn't you agree that the more confident you feel about doing something, you're more inclined to do it more often? But if you are not confident, you kind of shy away from it, like, I don't know about that because I'm not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I just want to leave you with those things and just make sure that that you understand that being healthy does not have to be expensive.
Can I add a tip too? You mentioned it yourself that one of the ways I have been saving lately is catching the buy one get one,
Yes.
the BOGO. You know, I look for them now. You know, buy one get one.
Yep.
So
that's definitely what we do.
When I was working at Publix, I was always telling the customers, make sure you to take advantage of them BOGOs, man, because they help a lot.
They definitely help a lot. Like, I done got to the point now that I only buy coffee when they go on BOGO because they go on BOGO so often. You can stock up on coffee. Oh, which one on BOGO today? As long as it's not that community stuff. I don't even know what that is. I'm not drinking that. But but when they have all the other stuff on BOGO, oh, okay, let's go and get 2 of those. Oh, the cream. Oh, let's go and get two of those. Yeah, take advantage of the BOGOs. Um, find out what sales they have. Look at your shopping list and see like what's on your shopping list that you could get or benefit from a BOGO from or sales from. Or stock up on things that you know you always buy and save it. Okay? So I want to know, and you can drop it in the chat, one word describing how you feel about eating healthy now on a budget. One word.
Controlled.
Controlled. I love it.
Good.
Good. Yay.
Mm.
I was excited about this topic. I was like, I hope it's beneficial. So, oh, mindful. I love it. Perfect. I love that. I love that. I love that. So, um, I hope to see you guys. This is the end of today's call, and I hope to see you guys next Tuesday as we continue to build healthy habits that support your energy, mindset, and health. And next Tuesday, we are going to be talking about staying healthy when life and weather changes.
Mm.
Because, yeah, life can cause things to be a little difficult as well as weather changes. So, we're going to get into that next week. So, hope to see y'all back. If y'all have anybody y'all want to invite to these calls, feel free. I love to educate, so the more the merrier. And until next time, have an amazing week, and we will chat soon. And remember, I won't
Okay.
be in the app as much because.
Hello?
And she froze on us.
Huh?
You
You
froze
did.
on us.
Oh, I did? Oh, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear
Okay.
you now.
Okay. No, I was saying, just remember I won't be in the app as much. I will check it periodically, most times first thing in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'm trying to relax. People, clients who've been with me for years know that my birthday week I normally take it off completely, um, but but I this time I'm checking it in the morning, first thing in the morning, to handle whatever. I know you're probably getting auto messages saying I'm on vacation, but if you send something, I will check it in the morning, and then after that, I'm just kind of trying to relax and decompress because I do a lot, and that's why I give myself this. So just thank you guys for allowing me this week to relax a little bit. If there's any major concerns, make sure you let me know, and maybe the next day, first thing in the morning, I'll get everyone's messages responded to. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You
Thank
too.
you. You
Bye.
too.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.